Welcome, 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 collectives. My name is Ora-gen, and this is the Ora-gen Channel. I want to welcome you back, no matter what time of day it is or what day you found this message. As always, guys, I am super grateful that you are here. Guys, I thought I would jump on this lovely Sunday morning. It is hot here in Michigan. Hold on one second. I'm going to get the date for you guys. Let's see. 10:55 a.m. on the clock as we begin the reading. It is Sunday, June 22nd of 2025. When I tell you guys, it's hot. We're in the middle of a heat wave. I guess that's not working any longer. We're in the middle of a heat wave, so it's like, it was like in the 80s last night. And then the temperature went back up again from there. So I woke up this morning because I had the air on all day yesterday. I woke up this morning like burning hot, like sweltering. And I was like, oh my God. I went back downstairs, put the AC back on because I'm not a huge AC person, but if I need it, I need it. So I put it back on and, brought the temperature in the house down to like 72. And that's been helping a lot. But yeah, if you guys, anybody watching this video from Michigan during this time period where the heat wave is happening, please do, take care of yourself. Make sure to stay hydrated. Get into the shade. If you're working outside or you're walking around, make sure to get inside and get hydrated. You got to take care of yourself and be extra hydrated when it is this hot. Because I think we're supposed to go into like 100 degrees, 102, something like that. So I don't know how hot it is wherever you're at, but I'm thinking maybe there's a heat wave just going on right now. But whatever the case, just make sure you're staying hydrated. Take breaks, guys. Okay, so I thought I would just hop on this morning with today's download and just like a side thought that came up. Well, it wasn't a thought. It was something I picked up on. Some of these energies, guys, and granted, as I talk about on the channel, a lot of these oppositional energies are, kind of being nullified, removed out of collective's timeline, and they're not able to affect or reach collectives in the ways that they were before. But it doesn't mean that they don't have, you can't pick up on energy from these types of individuals, beings, whatever. You might still be picking up on energy. So for those of you who are like clairaudient and things like that, this part of the message might resonate for you. I could clearly pick up that there's still energies that are repetitively chanting prayers or some sort of chanting in association with collectives because they're not able to affect you. They're not able to touch you. They're not able to touch your energy. And so there's still some of those low vibrational chants, prayers, and things that I'm picking up on. It's crazy. Somebody feels that someone is their enemy because they are not able to best them. They're not able to stop them. They're not able to disrupt them. They're not able to destroy them. And so they feel like this person or these people, whomever the energy is aimed at, is an enemy simply because they cannot stop them. And that's exactly what I heard, was like a chanting associated with someone being their enemy. And I told you guys a few videos back, somebody was chanting, and you go back and look at that video, somebody was sending low vibrational prayers towards someone. Somebody in this energy or people are some sort of like Aten worshipers, if you know what I'm saying. And so the nature of the prayers are low vibrational anyways, but the prayers are not for upbuilding or supporting, they're to destroy. So people do all kinds of different things out here, guys. Okay, that's real. That's not a fantasy. It's not a fallacy. It's not something out of a movie. 9 times out of 10, what's in the movies is what's actually happening in some form in real life, and the movie is symbology of it. Or some sort of like predictive programming, but whatever the case. Yeah, so, you've got all kinds of energies out here that engage in different kinds of things. So, please don't be shocked that someone might be doing that either around you or from a distance, okay? Whatever this energy is aware of you to some extent or in some form, whether it's in relation to the collectives. And by the collectives, I'm referring to a group of energies all over the planet that have awakened or in the process of awakening. And the veil or the illusory veil that has been put in place by the powers that were is now being torn down, rent in two, such that people can now start to see what's happening here on our planet or in this experience, okay? They can see the stuff that is contrived, illusory, fake, programmed. They can see how they've been programmed. We're starting to see all of that. And you have these energies that work with these entities and these beings that don't want that because they want to keep control. I was just talking with someone this morning and sharing with them that this whole issue here in this timeline is not really about money and power. It is about power, but it's about control. It's about energy. It is literally a spiritual war. That's what we're talking about. Who gets the energy? Whoever gets the energy and the control gets the power. These are energies that want to mimic source energy. So basically, they want to put themselves in a position like gods and have control, ultimate overriding control over everything. So, unfortunately, for those of us who have incarnated into this timeline, we are here at a time where we get the opportunity, so fortunately and unfortunately, but we get the opportunity to be able to grow through this and also to help, in a sense, bring down energies like this from being able to hold all of the power. Because as we awaken, that in and of itself raises the vibration, which then crashes these powers. But they don't like it. And by powers, I'm not talking about political. Okay, for those of you who are new to energy reading and oracle and energy channels, I am speaking about the energies and the beings and the deities and things that are behind what is happening, behind what we see on the news, okay? That is surface. That is not the entire story. It's not the entire picture. And if that is a statement that rubs you the wrong way, well, do some research and or maybe look at a different avenue of energy reading. I apologize. It's not for me to rub somebody the wrong way, but I got to tell it. I got to tell what I see, okay? So with that being said, you do have groups that work together and individuals that, serve these different entities, low vibrational beings, and they're part of the matrix, so to speak, and their job is to keep people from awakening and keep them in line, basically. How do you keep billions of people in line? How do you do that for centuries? Think about it. It's hard to keep a classroom full of kids in line for 3 hours. How are they keeping billions of human beings or beings that have incarnated as human beings in line for centuries? Just flipping think about it, guys. So with that being said, yeah, there's somebody in the energy still sending out weird, low vibrational chants or prayers. They believe that, for those of you who resonate, that you're an enemy because they can't best you. They're not stopping with what they do because this is their belief system. And I mentioned that in the other reading that you can go back and see. This is how they view this experience. This is what they're here to do. It's like arch nemesis energy. And it just so happens because you're on the other side of the situation, maybe you've been affected by it for years. I even mentioned this morning when I was talking about this topic that, for those of you maybe who grew up in the church or around religious settings, when topics like witchcraft, spell work, things like that were mentioned, it was typically like, okay, well, go read your Bible. And I don't know, maybe you went to a church where they went deeper than that, but that's what my experience was. Well, go read your Bible and pray more. But the churches don't show you or tell you that you can't really protect yourself by doing it. Praying, yes, that's super important. In whatever form that you pray, connect with source and universal energy, that's important. But just reading something, you can get information, but that doesn't protect you. First, you need to be aware of what's happening. That's the first key, is mindfulness. And if you don't even know that something is happening, you don't even know to protect yourself. And this is why the churches are so problematic, because they don't warn people about what it is that they're experiencing so that they can know to look for it and then to protect themselves. But that is because a lot of these avenues are now being utilized to funnel the populace through to do more programming, more brainwashing, to keep people in a state where they're easily accessible by these energies. Just take a look at it. I'm sorry if that was an inflammatory statement for some, but we can just look at the results here. People who, and I've talked with lots of different people who grew up around religious settings, and when they started to awaken, later found that dreams that they were having over and over and over again throughout, from childhood forward to adulthood, turned out that there was more going on with that, because along with those dreams, they would notice certain patterns and things that they were stuck in. And come to find out that, some of these things are cues and clues that spell work or witchcraft is being utilized to keep people in a stuck state. Once again, how do we keep billions of people under control for centuries? How do we do that? Right? So, dreams like where your teeth are falling out, your hair is falling out. Dreams where you're stuck in a low area, like a basement or a cellar, and you're constantly digging through boxes and junk, and it just never ends. And you're looking out the window. There's people in life outside the window, but you're stuck in that space. Look it up for yourself. There's a lot of symbology there, that's for sure. But why? Especially, let's say you're a person who had a pretty decent childhood, and so then why? Why would that be the case? What are you working out on a psychological level if nothing like that happened? Just think about it. And then why would that be a repetitive dream over and over again? There's something that's like repressed there. That's why. But then where did it come from? So you can start to ask questions, and, if there's something there that you need to deal with, definitely go see a professional. Go seek professional help. But if not, and you just keep having these dreams and you're noticing that you're stuck in patterns in your life, there might be some spell work, witchcraft, something going on there that is associated with these dreams, and you're picking up on it. That's why you're seeing the dreams again and again and again. So be mindful of, when you're noticing patterns like that. There's some animated shorts that are really helpful. They're kind of, it kind of a little bit on the churchy side, not churchy, but like religious side. But the information is super helpful. It's actually like legit information. Um, I can't remember the name of it. It's like they're animated and they talk about, how to break free from witchcraft and spell work, how to be able to tell when people are utilizing that on you, you know, how to be able to be mindful of things like that. It's like there's a few different ones, like Star Tunes and like different ones that you can find online. But put in animated videos in your search bar, like animated videos, to be able to tell when someone's using spell work or witchcraft, and it should pop up. But definitely do some research if you're not aware of how to identify that, to understand how to protect yourself. First, how to be aware, and then how to protect yourself. So, yeah, there's that. I'm not going to dwell on that too long. Guys, if you have sensitivity towards these things, you're clairaudient, you're picking up on things like verbally, just know that let this video serve as confirmation that that energy is heard by the universe, that, the concern that you have, and that you don't have to be scared. You don't have to be worried. You just need to be aware. And then you need to take steps to clear your energy and to stay high vibrational, because these energies cannot pull on your energy when you're high vibrational. That's why they're constantly trying to keep people in a stuck state. It's to wear them down, lower their vibration, so that way they are then able to attach to the energy. Okay? And as an energy worker, as a Reiki practitioner, I see all kinds of things attached to people's auric fields. I've seen it. I've worked with people like that. It's a real thing, and that is a drain on your resources. So definitely protect your auric field. Like you can envision, like an orb of light around your auric field, to like whatever color feels protective and safe for you. Envision that around your auric field every morning as you do deep breath work. You can do prana breathing. Breathe into your stomach, and then when your stomach is full, breathe into your chest, hold, and then release. Do prana breath, and then envision that orb of light that's protective around you to start your day, guys. Once again, if you don't believe what I'm saying could be a thing, please consider videos online where we see world leaders and people going to, that camp that they go to that has the big owl or whatever that people keep getting videos of online. Please consider that. That's not for, its and giggles, okay? It's not just to be cute. That's a place where rituals are practiced. So, please be mindful that the powers that were, they understand what rituals are. They get it. It's the populace that's, oh, that's crazy, that's stupid. I think more people are awakening to that now, but you still have a percentage of the populace that feels like, oh, that's just, okay, whatever. All right, wow, that's too much. But, but the powers that were, the world leaders and the people that go to these kinds of events or utilize these kinds of rituals themselves, they like that people don't believe it. They like that people remain in a state of ignorance so that they can be accessed and their energy can be utilized for this crap that they're doing out here. They love it. So if you're either going to awaken or you're going to have your energy constantly pulled until the day you leave here. That's literally what it is. So yes, is awakening a challenging process? Absolutely. Because you have to look at things in a very straightforward and authentic way. So it can be a little challenging, right? To walk around with those understandings. But it's better than just being stuck, I feel. Stuck in place and then being used. So that energy that you would use for your destiny or what it is that you're here to do, someone else is using that because you're not using the energy. They're pulling on your resources. Just a thought this morning. I'm going to get off it. I'm done with my rant. So guys, okay, let's pull some cards. We have a DF in the energy here. that I could hear the song channeling in. Whoa, here she comes. Watch out, boy, she'll chew you up. Oh, here she comes. She's a man-eater. That's the song that came in. I think that's Hall and Oates. We're going to grab something from the Truth Oracle here. And then the other song I heard was, oh, boy, John Legend. Out of all of the girls, you're my one and only girl. Ain't nobody in the world tonight. Da 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 da, but you and I. So John Legend and Hall & Oates. Now, those two songs to me strike me as completely different vibes, energies, and topics. But for some reason, wow, for some reason, both of those songs came through in the download this morning. And I had some imagery there, but it kind of went. And the songs just kept playing. So I guess we need to just focus there. Let's put a little bit of our spray in the air here. Definitely. Modern Mystic. This is the shop I was talking about in the other video. That's at the Ponce Market in Atlanta, Georgia. It's called the Modern Mystic Shop, and they have these amazing sprays for different energy topics. This one's for abundance. These are wonderful sprays. Definitely, if you're in the ATL area or going that way, go to the Modern Mystic in Ponce Market. So, okay. I got a whole haul from there when I was there. I got this guy and a bunch of new crystals, so it was a lot of fun. Oh my God, why is this on the bottom of the deck? The tower keeps popping up. Oh, ooh, ooh. Dark side of wealth. Okay, so we have 10 of Pentacles. We got the tower. 10 of Pentacles is in reverse. Somebody's dealing with some financial failures, a loss of success. Somebody has a lack of resources. Somebody hit a tower and lost some stuff. Yep. Spirit, what does this have to do? Okay, so this is a Nine of Swords in the upright. Somebody is really stressed out about a loss of resources. They hit a tower. What's going on with this? Uh-oh. Yeah, Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. There's a Queen of Pentacles in reverse on the table here, guys. This sounds like those energies I was talking about. Okay. Is a Queen of Pentacles in reverse a man-eater? Whoa, here she comes. Watch out, boy, she'll chew you up. Wow, okay. So it looks like there's a Queen of Pentacles in reverse that's a man-eater. They hit a tower, okay? And looks like they are dealing with some sort of lack of resources now, okay? Some kind of financial failure. They're deeply stressed and worried about this. Okay, this has to do with their financial independence, their self-care. They're not able to take care of themselves. Look at this. Bam. Two of Swords, upright. Yeah, they're dealing with some difficult decisions, weighing some options. I also get the feeling, guys, low key, high key, I get the feeling that they tried to put you in this energy. That's what they tried to do. And this is why this is happening, because they tried to put you in Two of Swords energy upright. You might be an air sign or Libra. They might be an air sign or Libra. Look, come on now. Wow. Four of Pentacles. Somebody might be an earth sign or Capricorn, or somebody might be on demon time, like straight demon energy. Look at this. This is crazy. Somebody was greedy and possessive. What did we just get done talking about? This is crazy. These energies. Spirit. So why are we looking at this? Who is this woman? Who is this Queen of Pentacles? Who is this? Let's see. Let's see what Spirit says about who this person is here. Let's see. Yeah, I see Judgment. I see Judgment popped up in the deck. Okay. Oh, Seven of Swords. Air sign Aquarius on the table. Air again. Okay. I had thought this Queen of Pentacles was like a water or earth sign. They might also be an air sign because that's come up twice here. Somebody's coming clean about something. That's why it's coming up. Whoa, here she comes. Watch out, boy, she'll chew you up. Oh, here she comes. She's a man-eater. Yeah, this person has been doing some stuff for a long time. They're hitting a bad tower, and they are massively stressed. Okay. Somebody was very jealous of somebody, very self-centered. Somebody was involved in some conflict about some pentacles. And I don't just mean money. I mean resources, energy. Somebody is dealing with some difficult decisions because they tried to put you into a sword's energy. They're greedy, and now they're going to have to come clean. They're stressed. Yeah. You're somebody who's in this Page of Swords energy. Somebody that's been seeking knowledge and understanding of what's been going on. Okay. Yeah, something here about new ideas. There's an energy that you're in that they didn't want you in. They didn't want you. This is what we were talking about. Understanding like what's going on around you and what's been happening, what you've been looking at, why it's been happening, being able to protect yourself after you understand. They didn't like that. I would like to know, that looked like it was about to pop. Let's see if it pops again. I would like to know, Spirit, like, ooh, yeah, Six of Pentacles, Earth and Taurus. Somebody is definitely, there might be two or three energies associated with this. An air sign, an earth sign, and a Capricorn. Definitely somebody is a Taurus. So there's a Taurus for sure. I keep hearing about this crazy Queen of Pentacles in reverse type energy in these readings online. I'm not shocked that I'm picking up on it. Six of Pentacles in reverse. Wow. Somebody's dealing with some unpaid debts or is now in debt. Yeah, power and domination. Absolutely. Somebody who was in a position of power and domination now has to pay a debt. That's what they get for doing what they're doing. This is a very toxic energy. And the Capricorn might be a sign, but I think the Capricorn is actually representing these energies. It's like 3 or 4 energies I'm picking up here. They're on straight demon time. That's why. It's craziness. And they're dealing with justice because Judgment card came up in the deck. They're dealing with that because of what they've done, and they have to come clean about something. Very deeply disturbed. Deeply disturbed, yeah. Page of Cups in reverse. Water and earth. What did I tell you? We've had water and earth on the table like 2 or 3 times. There's definitely a water sign and an earth sign. Yeah, somebody's dealing with creative blocks. Somebody's very immature in the energy. Somebody's extremely emotional. Because that cup, see, look at this. It's nothing in it. Whatever was in it fell out or is falling out. They're losing whatever they had. Whatever they did here, look at Judgment popped up again. Whatever they did here, the universe is calling judgment on it. So many people have been praying, asking for assistance and support with these energies. I think it's just the trumpet's being blown. Yep, and there is a new phase coming. And also this has to do with awakening. What was I talking about earlier? There is a new phase coming due to people awakening. See the people coming out of the graves? Right? So people are awakening to something. People that might have been in a zombie-like state are awakening to the fact that they've been in a zombie-like state, and they're just kind of like, whoa, what is this? What's happening? They don't want that. There is a upside down Queen of Pentacles that is getting their ished, if you know what I'm saying. And I think that this upside down Queen of Pentacles either represents a person, either a leader of a group, or it represents multiple people working in that energy that have been doing things to the collectives energetically or to the populace, and they're going to have to come clean about it. And they're deeply distressed because what's worse to them than not being able to drain resources is having to reveal who they are. These are energies that wanted to stay in the background. They did not want to be seen ever for who they are. You might even be looking at these energies, say in the media or whatever, or in your community, wherever this energy is popping up around you, you might even be looking at them, but you would never know that's who they are. Some of these clowns are religious people. Some of these energies, these clownish energies, are people that own like these mega churches and are, high up in religious organizations. Some of them claim to be religious or involved with churches, but really they're inverted, low vibrational clowns, disguising themselves as spiritual people, but they're really not. Because they're part of this whole setup to, help brainwash people so they can't protect themselves. They're part of the matrix. So these energies, the last thing they want is to be seen. They don't want to be seen. That's why they're so disturbed. Yeah. And what's coming for collectives? New beginnings. The Fool card. Air sign. I mentioned before, collectives. Somebody here might be an air sign or resonate with that message. But you guys have a lot of new beginnings and possibilities, which is going to come because these energies are getting ready to reveal, because they're being made to. Because I saw the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, look at that. It's the World. It came out in reverse, but it's because these energies don't want to see an ending to this. But Spirit says it's over. We can just drop that right there. What's the World? The second that they reveal, like do full disclosure on what they've been doing to the populace, first off, the people that were looked at like fruity cakes for having these ideologies about these energies are going to feel really validated. That's the first thing. They are, because they've been saying it for years, and maybe people, family members, folks around them were kind of like, oh, that you sound crazy. Secondly, so you might find this information very validating, collectives, when it comes out. I do pick up there's some world scene energy here, or somebody that will be in the media, or I don't know if it's like major group or organization leaders. Like I said, I pick up about 3 or 4 of them are going to be coming out and sharing something that validates something. Maybe people who have like religious trauma, or who have thought that, these individuals or organizations have been doing things a certain way for this reason, or whatever it is. Something's going to come out that is feeling validating because it was something you picked up on. And when it does, it's going to create this new beginning energy, because with that validation, it's going to confirm maybe why you had certain challenges, thoughts, viewpoints, whatever. It's going to confirm that. So it's going to open up the energy where people are like, oh, okay, it wasn't just me. I can release this. I can let it go. It's not a thing I have to hold on to. Something that you've held as real or true may no longer be held as real or true, which will allow you to have this new beginning. So this is why these energies are upset about that, because the world or a closing of this situation for these energies means not only are they revealed and exposed, but they also are no longer able to profit, benefit, or pull energy from these areas any longer. So, whoa, here she comes, is this janky Queen of Pentacles in reverse that tried to have you in a Two of Swords energy. Now they're in it. Every energy they tried to put you in, they are now in. Girl, this is crazy. All right, let's look at the truth. Oh, we're getting the truth, that's for sure. Okay, collectives, let's see what... This is wild. Okay, Spirit, tell us about the John Legend song. Out of all of the girls, you're my one and only girl. Ain't nobody in the world but you and I. Let's see what we have here. Tell us about the John Legend song. What's the truth here? How does that factor in? Yeah. What do we got? Yeah. Intuition. They tried to put that in reverse. They didn't want you using your intuition. But that's how you were able to pick up on this. And this is why I say, groups that funnel lots of people through claiming to be supportive towards spirituality and don't teach people how to tap into their intuition and have them reliant upon other human beings, okay, or situations that don't have to do with your intuition are irreprehensible as well, because they're not helping you to protect yourself. They have to deal with that. Okay, affairs, mistress, third party. Uh-oh. What did I just get done talking about, guys? I was talking about the Oh, no. Say it ain't so. Okay, wait a minute. Hold up. Wait a minute. Okay. Guys, I just got done talking about the churches and things that they're hiding and these groups that are like fake churches. They're really something else. I told you this morning, somebody's a flat out Aiden worshiper. Flat out. They were using, there's another video I talked about, they were literally using that name and chanting to it over and over again. And this is the same energy or type of energy that was calling you an enemy because they couldn't stop you or take you down. And how they're fake religionists, fake spiritualists. And then we have intuition and affairs. You put it together. I think something's going to come out about some of these people with some sort of low vibrational affairs. Things that they're doing that are low vibrational, like their affairs are coming to the surface. That could be their affairs with like their business and financial. It could also be, because there's a lot of pentacle energy, but pentacles doesn't just represent money. This could also have something to do with you. They don't want you to be able to see like inappropriate things they've been doing. You know what I'm saying? Like these kinds of things. Okay. Could be something coming up about affairs. Like somebody having an affair and they're married or something like that, or, affairs with other people. But they don't want you using your intuition. You might be picking up on this, or this might be something that you begin to pick up on, or maybe they got to come clean about an affair, because we had coming clean. Somebody might be coming clean about it. Look at this. Yeah. Justice was in reverse. That's the law card. Lawyer, judge, police. Somebody might have been working with like people associated. Whoops, that card went flying. People associated with the law that are actually inverted, meaning like paid off to keep something secret or to hide something. Hold on one second. Let me grab this card. I think you might hear something coming up in the media about people in a, I'm hearing like top position in something that have been hiding things or affairs, either affairs with people, or business, or some sort of affairs that they've been utilizing, like legal people, police, judges, lawyers, who have been paid to keep something secret. And we hear stuff like that all the time, right? So that's not hard to believe. Yeah, they definitely wanted the populace's or collective's intuition and their wisdom in reverse. It keeps coming up like that. They don't want people being able to figure that out or to tap into it. What's the truth about this? I mean, but the John Legend song tells me somebody might actually be having an affair with, like, I don't know, a member of their community or members of their community. And we have the street card here in reverse. Sports and exhibit. That's interesting. Somebody might be having some sort of backwards dealings with somebody in the street, or something here with like somebody who's in sports. Maybe somebody's having some sort of backwards dealings with somebody in sports. That's interesting. Okay. Yeah, somebody took a gamble on something. Oh, sports gambling? Oh, okay. There's some upside down dealings associated with affairs, or affairs associated with like people who are in the law and justice system who are paid off, inverted people. That has to do with some sports betting or gambling. Look at that. Uh-oh, because this was in reverse. Okay. I'm still not sure about the John Legend song. I think that might be coming up because somebody might actually be having an affair. Okay, but there's also something going on here with some sports gambling, some crooked sports gambling, or some rigged sports gambling. And we have some people associated with the law that are involved. That's weird. What the heck am I reading on? This is some crazy energy, guys. What do we got here? Yeah, somebody, once again, somebody's in torment on this. Look at this. Yeah, somebody's anxious, feels like they're in bondage, depressed, and troubled about this. It's because it's going to come out. Somebody's probably about to do some jail time. Spirit, are these people about to do some jail time? Like, what is going on here? Let's see what this says here. Yeah, somebody is thinking deeply about something and trying to remember something. Something here maybe about a code word. Somebody's chewing on something. Somebody's doing some deep thinking about something. They're in torment. Maybe they're thinking about what they said. Maybe somebody's getting ready to take them down. Yeah, this has to happen. Whatever is going on here has to do with removing an energy that has been problematic. For those of you who resonate with today's message, somebody's been really problematic in the energy for you, but they're also like a whole criminal, bro. Like an entire criminal, but they're busy attacking others. This is wild. But there's a change coming. Okay, this has to do with a transformation, some sort of evolution, and it probably has to do with yours and then like new earth energy. That's what I'm picking up here. You might be somebody who sees butterflies or monarch butterflies, or you have them in your home, or something here about monarch butterflies, but also this is symbolic of transformation. These energies are like finding ways through their own karma to basically remove themselves out of the timeline. These energies are going to be, which tells me somebody here is probably going to jail, looking at what I'm looking at. If they don't, it's because of this energy. It's because they have some inverted law people around them to protect them. But based off of what I'm seeing here, because we got illegal, we've got sports gambling, like somebody's doing something illegal or inverted associated with sports gambling. Somebody is cheating and having affairs. Somebody has been sending out energy to others to siphon energy off of them to use it for their purposes, trying to keep someone in a Two of Swords energy, okay? So they can use that energy to do this negative, toxic stuff. That's what I'm seeing. So there's a lot of criminal activity here along with low vibrational energy work. When I say this person's a piece of, or these people, because it's multiple, these people are pieces of work. No wonder they're sending that kind of messaging, because literally their entire, it's like a freaking criminal organization. Their entire thing is collapsing. But it's people that you didn't think were part of a criminal organization, basically. And they wouldn't look at themselves that way. But that's basically what this is. And it might be connected with, politics, or like a church, or something that looks like a church or an organization that supposedly holds itself up to be spiritual, but it's not. It's not what it looks like. I don't need to pull anything out of that. Yeah, I don't even think there's anything else to say. Honestly, I'm going to close it out here because I don't really necessarily need to go deeper into that. But yeah, guys, just know that, there's some, you all are very unique. You're very special. Your gifts and abilities are things that you came here with. And there's a good portion of the populace that has not tapped in yet. And then there's a portion that's awakened. Their deepest fear is for everyone who has the ability to awaken in this incarnation to actually awaken. That is their deepest fear. Because look what's happening just based off of, those that have awakened thus far, sending energy, return to sender, and, prayers and connecting with their higher self and their intuition. This is why they don't like energies doing that. A lot of negative things are coming to the surface that these energies do not want to address. Forget accountability. They're completely in torment about it because it has to do with not just them being seen, but their whole situation that they base their wealth and, their support for themselves and their groups and their families off of collapsing. They hate it. They don't even want to live without that. They don't want to live that life. That's why this is why the torment card. This is how they're feeling about it. Like, and you see how this person's like a stone. Like they've just stopped living. Take that how you'll take it. But yeah, guys, this energy is going down. That's part of why they're so angry, and they're looking at whomever resonates as an enemy because they feel like you did this to me. You're awakening now. This stupid transformation did this to me. That's the energy. Just no accountability. That is the energy I'm picking up. So, guys, that's it for the reading today. I got a little bit longer than I thought, but feel free to leave a comment if this energy resonates. Definitely, if this is on the YouTube channel, you can send me an email if you want your own personal reading to go deeper. Or if this is on TikTok, you can join the $5.99 tier, and you can have cards pulled during live readings, special exclusive content, and just be part of a community where we discuss topics like this in depth. There's only so deep I can go into this in a general video, but in the community, we can go deeper. So, sending so much love and light to you on this most excellent Sunday, and disregard, cancel on these energies. Bathe yourself, your auric field, in a beautiful light each morning. Take a moment to meditate and put a protective energy around your auric field. And definitely make statements like, I do not consent. The second you feel like somebody is trying to tap your energy, I do not consent. I have not given consent. any cords, any usage of my energy signature, my likeness that has been done in the past or is being done presently without my knowledge that is not of my highest good and benefit, I do not consent. And so all of these contracts are immediately null and void as I speak it. So it is. Cut it immediately because they can't tap the energy, they're going down, which is exactly what needs to happen for this change, this transformation, this new beginning. Okay. So, guys, once again, my name is Ora-gen. Thank you so much for being here. I'll try to get back with you guys this weekend for another video. Maybe I'll do a live on TikTok. Go check us out on TikTok. If this video is on YouTube and you want to go to TikTok, it's at Ora-gen_lightworker. You can go over there and check out some of the content there. TikTok, if you want to go over to YouTube and check out the content there, it is Ora-gen, no hyphen, just Ora-gen Collective. So it's at Ora-gen Collective, okay? So guys, I am definitely, sorry, a call came in. I am definitely going to close out here, and I look forward to being with you in the next reading. Love and light, guys.